This is the video for the Baruch Hu with an introduction to the Mishkan Tefillah prayer book. On the screen in front of you is the title page for our prayer book, the name of which is Mishkan Tefillah. Mishkan Tefillah means dwelling place of prayer. Mishkan is a dwelling place. Tefillah means prayer. The Mishkan in the Bible is where the Israelites prayed while they wandered in the desert for 40 years before they settled in Israel and built the first temple. You can see here this quote, "And let them build me a sanctuary that I may dwell in their midst." That is a quote from the Torah about the Mishkan. So that's where the name of our prayer book comes from. If we scroll down, you can see this is a page from our regular Friday evening Shabbat service. So you'll notice in our prayer book that you would get on Friday evenings, there is Hebrew, English transliteration, so Hebrew words written with English letters, and then English translation. Of course, when you have your bar bat mitzvah, you will not be reading from that prayer book. You will be reading from a prayer book that only has Hebrew. So let's look at that page. A few things I want to draw your attention to. First of all, we talked about this in class, but I just want to point it out again, that there are 2 page numbers on every page in our prayer book. The reason is because there are 2 different versions. One version comes with just Shabbat services. The other version has weekday and holiday services in it as well. So page 28 of the Shabbat only prayer book has the Shabbat evening service with the Baruch Hu. And page 146 of the larger prayer book that includes the weekdays and holidays is this same page. So that's why there are 2 page numbers, so that you would be able to follow along regardless of which version you have. So like I said, this is the Shabbat evening service. There are 2 ways that we would know it's an evening service. First of all, it says it in English right here at the top of the page, Shabbat evening 1. The other way that we know it's an evening service is because here listed on the side, you have a mini table of contents. So it lists all of the prayers in this section of the service. So we know, because it's right here, the Shema and its blessings is the section that we're in. The Baruch Hu is in bold. So we know that's the prayer that we're on. And the reason that we know it's a Shabbat, an evening service, is because the Ma'ariv Aravim, Ahavat Olam, and Hashkivenu are only said in the evening. So you can look at that mini table of contents to give you a clue, but also you can always read the English at the top. All right, if also quickly when we look at this, the Baruch Hu from the Shabbat morning service, you see the table of contents on the side is not as detailed. It only has the names of the prayers that are on this page. So this is a page with the Baruch Hu and the Yotzer Or. All right. The other thing that is available at the bottom of the page are instructions on how to recite the Baruch Hu, when to bend your knees, and when to bow. So if you're unsure, you can read those instructions, and of course, you can always clarify in class. All right, so we're going to practice reading the Baruch Hu at congregational pace, right? That's the pace that we expect it to be read at when you are in the sanctuary during services. So let's read together. You can follow along in your purple prayer pages, or you can watch the screen. We'll read it together, and then we'll try the call and response. All right. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMivorach. Baruch Adonai HaMivorach Leolam Va'ed. All right, this time I'll read the first line, I'll do the call, and then you follow along and read aloud that second line. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMivorach. All right, this time you read the first line and I'll read the second line. Baruch Adonai HaMivorach Leolam Va'ed. All right, Keep practicing the Baruch Hu. When you feel like you've got it, you can move along to the Yotzer Or and the Ma'ariv Arvim.